Little people, big world. Matt Roloff was a terrible husband. Why he's still at war with Amy. Little people, big world stars Matt and Amy Roloff are in the Cold War phase of their relationship. Things are tense even though both have moved on with other partners. Matt's going to marry Karen Chandler. Amy already wed Marek. When the USA and Soviet Union had their Cold War, each nation used shady tactics, including high-level spycraft, to throw the other off balance. Now that Matt and Amy are past the heated battle that led to their dramatic split, the war is chilly indeed. Life goes on, people change, the most intense conflict may cool down, however, the hard feelings inevitably linger, and all of Matt and Amy's Cold War interactions prove this. They're civil, but it costs them. Matt is more comfortable with their new dynamic, however, he was always the cooler customer. Amy's emotional, she's the one who was hurt, Matt left her. In the wake of memories that sometimes come flooding back, they try to coexist, and that's noble. However, their real feelings, repressed and primal, seep out. There is bad blood. Matt puts up a frosty front, he has to. If he let more warmth creep into his relationship with Amy, he might need to acknowledge what's unspoken, just how thoroughly he crushed her. Matt broke Amy's heart into 1,000 pieces, shattering her dreams. He fell in love with Karen, a Roloff Farms employee. Karen may or may not be a gold digger. It's possible that the Roloff patriarch's being taken for a ride. However, Matt's a very intelligent man. He retreats into politeness, occasionally griping about Amy, Cold War style, behind her back. Matt's true feelings surface in these light, throwaway comments. When he jokes with Chris, Amy's new hubby, about her habit of leaving drawers open, he's getting his aggression out. Chris joins in, and when he does, Matt destabilizes Amy's relationship. It's so Cold War. Amy can't stand the fact that Matt and Chris are in a bromance. It grates on her nerves, triggering her. The last thing she wants, as she said on screen in Little People, Big World, is the two men but they do. Causing trouble covertly was what the Cold War was all about. Amy does the same thing. However, she's more likely to turn to her children when she needs to vent. She can, possibly subconsciously, make Matt's life harder just by remaining so close to her children. The kids rely on Amy, she's the warmer one. Amy can give love in comforting and maternal ways. She will cook, she will take care of an adult child when they're sick. Amy was there for Zach when he had shunt issues that led to excruciating headaches. Matt was left out in the cold. Matt and Amy didn't know each other well before they tied the knot. She said that she wished she'd known more about her partner before she got married. They moved fast and soon welcomed kids who, while amazing, added the usual stress. Matt, like a double agent, had a shadowy side. In the past, he was a bit of a womanizer. Matt even dabbled in cocaine. As a covert bad boy, Matt may never have loved Amy the way that she loved him. One of the most dastardly Cold War acts was Matt's decision to list part of Roloff Farms for sale instead of selling it to his kids, or just letting them inherit it when he passes away. This was rather cold-blooded. In particular, Zach seemed to consider it the ultimate betrayal. Amy wasn't happy about it either. Matt said he never promised anyone anything. Is this the truth or just a bit of spycraft? Is he using lies to sway public opinion? It's not impossible. Matt could be pushing Soviet-style propaganda. Double Agent Matt's cover was blown. Now, everyone knows he's all about the Benjamins. One greedy dude. He's even said he's out for himself. He wants some comfort and peace at this stage of his life. That's why he's building a very accessible rancher home. It's fancy. Karen and Matt have their smug arguments about interior design elements. Meanwhile, Amy and Matt's kids store up rage. Matt wasn't really on their side. Yes, things could warm up. Matt might acknowledge his failings instead of justifying every shady and self-serving action. Zach might come to terms with the fact that Matt doesn't owe him a farm. When that happens, it will be a sign of maturity. Amy could tone down the bossiness and really embrace life with Chris. She could put more emotional distance between herself and Matt and Karen. However, these wise decisions could kill the golden goose that is Little People, Big World. Why Little People, Big World's Chris is more popular with fans than Amy followers of Little People. Big World had an instant connection with Chris Marek, with some finding him even more enjoyable to watch than Amy Roloff. There is no doubt that the two make a great couple and often bring positive vibes to the show. However, some diehard fans feel Chris could be outshining Amy in the lickability department. Little People, Big World Season 25. Cast Guide. Little People, Big World Season 25 recently premiered, and viewers are eager to catch up with the cast of the long-running show, which provides an intimate look into the lives of the Roloff family. Initially, the series focused on marriage of Amy Roloff and her former husband, Matt Roloff. However, as time went on, the couple divorced and embarked on new relationships. While the Roloff children, Zach, Jeremy, Jacob, and Molly, have all made appearances on the show, the current narrative primarily centers around Zach Roloff, his wife Tori Roloff, and their 3 children. Little People, Big World has chronicled the Roloff family's journey through substantial transformations over the years. The challenges of Amy and Matt's troubled marriage were particularly tough on their children, making their eventual divorce a positive step for everyone involved. As Little People, Big World enters its 25th season, Matt and Amy will face new tests in their relationship. Meanwhile, Zach and Tori grapple with significant family issues and confront a moment of crisis related to Zach's health. Read on for information about the full cast. Amy Roloff starred in Little People, Big World for almost 15 years. Fans have embraced Amy for her resilience, showcased throughout 22 seasons. Raising 4 children on the Roloff farm presented its unique challenges, but undoubtedly, Amy's most challenging experience on reality television unfolded during the end of her marriage with Amy and Matt were married from 1987 to 2016, after which she met and married Chris Marek. In 2007, Amy started her own business, Amy Roloff Enterprises, overseeing a range of her business endeavors, including her online baking business, Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen, and her authorial pursuits. Matt Roloff, a farmer, author, entrepreneur, and motivational speaker, divorced his wife of almost 30 years, Amy, and is now dating his girlfriend, Karen Chandler. Like his ex-wife and his son, Zach, Matt has a form of degenerative dwarfism. In 1990, the Roloffs bought a fixer-upper farmhouse in Oregon, which now features pumpkins, a pirate ship on a lake, a 3-story treehouse, a full-size medieval castle, and more. Though Matt claims he left Amy because they grew apart, fans speculate that he cheated on her with his now girlfriend, Karen, who worked for him at the farm when he was married to Amy. Little People, Big World star Zach Roloff recently underwent an urgent surgery to address a persistent health issue. A fixture on the show since its debut in 2006 as one of Matt and Amy Roloff's children, the series has chronicled Zach's journey into family life, including his marriage to Tori and the birth of their 3 children: 5-year-old Jackson, 3-year-old Lila, and 10-month-old Joza. Unfortunately, just days before the premiere of Season 25 of Little People, Big World, Zach found himself hospitalized following the aforementioned emergency surgery. Tori Roloff of Little People, Big World met and married Zach while filming the show, and their journey expanded to include the arrival of their 3 children, Jackson, Lila, and Joza. As the matriarch of her family on the TLC reality series, Tori has openly shared the highs and lows of her journey, from the early stages of her relationship with Zach to the challenges she has encountered in parenthood. Little is known about Tori before she met Zach, but she has revealed that she was once a kindergarten teacher. Amy's second husband, 60-year-old Chris Marek, is a seasoned realtor with over 20 years of experience. His LinkedIn page indicates a tenure at a Portland, Oregon-based real estate agency since 2010. Prior to entering the real estate field, Chris pursued studies at Portland State University and Clackamas Community College. Chris met Amy at a blind dating event in 2017, soon after she separated from her ex-husband, Matt. The couple got engaged in 2019 and tied the knot in 2021. Matt and Amy finalized their divorce in 2016, but Karen Chandler was a part of Little People, Big World long before their marriage came to an end. Karen had spent over a decade working on the Roloff's pumpkin farm, initially as a farm manager, before being promoted to Matt's assistant. The close relationship between Karen and her employer had been a topic of suspicion among fans in the years leading up to Matt and Amy's breakup. Speculation arose that Matt may have been unfaithful with Karen, though neither of the Little People, Big World stars has admitted to any wrongdoing. Little People, Big World star Jackson Roloff is the oldest son of Zach and Tori Roloff. Born with achondroplasia, a form of dwarfism that results in bowed legs due to a shorter stature, the 5-year-old had to undergo leg surgery last season. Concerned about the outward curvature of Jackson's legs, his parents had been in consultation with doctors to monitor and address his condition. After his surgery, Jackson had some trouble adjusting, but eventually got back to doing his favorite activities, like riding his scooter and helping Zach in the backyard. Like several members of her family, Lila Roloff of Little People, Big World lives with achondroplasia, a form of dwarfism characterized by shortened limbs and severe health complications. 3-year-old Lila's health has been a recurring theme in recent seasons of Little People, Big World. Lila was late achieving developmental milestones, struggled with being underweight, and has strabismus, an eye condition that requires her to sometimes wear a patch. Eventually, Lila made progress by learning to walk with the assistance of a walker, then on her own. In April 2022, Zach and Tori of Little People, Big World happily shared that their newest addition, Joja Luke Roloff, had arrived. 3 weeks after welcoming their third child, Zach and Tori confirmed that Joja shares the same diagnosis of achondroplasia as his older siblings. In a conversation with Us Weekly, the couple explained their decision to publicly disclose their son's condition and stressed the importance of recognizing that Joja's diagnosis does not define his identity. All the singles at the event were divided into groups of 2, and Amy was paired up with a man named Bob. While at the mixer, Amy, who had some reservations, shared, "I'm definitely learning. As intimidating as being single may be adventurous, take a chance. Just learn, really, to still be vulnerable." We know that things didn't pan out for Amy and Bob, but the event did allow her to meet Chris. Later on, Chris asked Amy if she'd like to go riding with him on his motorcycle, and from there, the pair started to date. The rest is history. All the singles at the event were divided into groups of 2, and Amy was paired up with a man named Bob. While at the mixer, Amy, who had some reservations, shared, "I'm definitely learning. As intimidating as being single may be adventurous, take a chance. Just learn, really, to still be vulnerable." We know that things didn't pan out for Amy and Bob, but the event did allow her to meet Chris. Later on, Chris asked Amy if she'd like to go riding with him on his motorcycle, and from there, the pair started to date. The rest is history. Amy and Chris said, "I do" on Roloff Farms, which ex-husband Matt solely owns. The decision came after Matt offered to host their wedding ceremony amid the venue issues caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. COVID came into play because I think a lot of people either changed or canceled and moved whatever was going on in 2020 to 2021, she explained. So other places just kind of eroded away, and Plan B became Plan A. Amy and Chris said, I do on Roloff Farms, which ex-husband Matt solely owns. The decision came after Matt offered to host their wedding ceremony amid the venue issues caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. COVID came into play because I think a lot of people either changed or canceled and moved whatever was going on in 2020 to 2021, she explained. So other places just kind of eroded away, and Plan B became Plan A. As with many other Roloff weddings, Amy and Chris nuptials were filmed for LPBW. Fans got to see the festivities play out during a special episode that aired on TLC. Although Matt and Karen were invited, they did not attend the wedding. For the record, hopefully, Amy and Chris will continue sharing their journey for many years to come. Amy Roloff's new house has plenty of room for her growing family. TLC star Amy Roloff is putting down new roots. It was recently revealed that the Little People, Big World star purchased a 5-bedroom, 4-bath home in September, just 1 week after her boyfriend of 3 years, Marek, proposed. Here's what we know about the 55-year-old's impressive digs, which we're sure to get a glimpse of on the upcoming season of LPBW. The mother of 4 reportedly bought the spacious home, located in Hillsborough, for $588,500. The sale, which was handled by her real estate broker fiancé, took place after Amy sold her half of Roloff Farms to her ex-husband Matt for an alleged $667,000. Unlike her previous residence, which sat atop 36 acres, her new place reportedly takes up just 0.16 acres and is located in a quaint suburb. Amy is said to have bought the house by herself, which came as a surprise to some fans given her recent engagement to Chris. The author revealed that she had originally put in an offer on another house, but it was rejected. I was thankful Chris was with me and the comfort he gave to just quietly help me to let it go and tell me there's going to be another house I can make a home, she said at the time. Looks like he was right. The motivational speaker said she was caught off guard by Chris' proposal on September 18, 1 day after her birthday. I'm excited. I'm so surprised. I'm thrilled, she told People shortly after the emotional night. I never in a million years thought I'd be getting married again, but I also hoped for it, she added. Now that it's happening, I couldn't be happier or more excited. Chris admitted that he was very nervous to get down on one knee inside the couple's favorite restaurant. As for the ring, it had to be a heart-shaped diamond because I knew that's what Amy wanted. The duo began dating in 2016 after Amy's divorce from Matt was finalized. The former spouses had filed the paperwork 1 year earlier following 27 years of marriage. On LPBW, Amy floated the idea of walking down the aisle for a second time. Even though I'm divorced, I still value and will hold up high the whole concept, the reason, the purpose that marriage is here, she told the, and if by chance I get to do that again, I would still put everything that I can, as best as I can, to make it work, she continued. I'm not here to push Chris. I'm not here for him to do something that he is nowhere near ready for. But if marriage is meant to happen for me again, then I would sing hallelujah. Matt Roloff met Karen Chandler when she was still an employee at Roloff Farm. Since Amy and Matt Roloff finalized their divorce in 2016, both Little People, Big World stars have started relationships with other people. Amy is happily engaged to Marek, and the couple is planning a 2021 wedding. As for Matt, he's currently dating Karen Chandler, who lives on the farm with him and frequently appears on the TLC series. Over time, viewers have likely wondered, how did Matt and Karen meet? Anyway, this was probably a bit awkward at first, especially for Amy, who only recently moved off the family's farm. But Karen is actually a former employee of Roloff Farms. Karen worked full-time for the family business for 10 years, first as a manager and then as Matt's personal assistant. According to Matt, Karen had been instrumental in running pumpkin season, until she was no longer employed by the Roloffs as of 2018. I enjoy her immensely. Whether we're working or whether we're relaxing, we have a great time together, Matt said on LP Buta. Unsurprisingly, there was speculation that Matt had allegedly cheated on Amy with Karen. This rumor was never confirmed by Matt or Karen. However, Amy opened up about her experience in her book, A Little Me. Matt was spending more and more time at the tavern he often frequented in the evenings after filming and working on the farm, and our farm manager seemed to be around more and more often as well. What, if anything, was going on? Amy wrote, "Per Peoplethen, it dawned on me. Matt and our farm manager, who had been working for us a number of years by then, seemed to have more than just a working relationship or friendship. I saw messages, pictures, and other things that should not have been shared between people who just worked together and were still married to other people," she explained. "I was devastated." Amy later added, "In hindsight, I know I should have said something right away, but I didn't. I was scared and ashamed anything remotely like this could be happening. Was Matt really interested in someone else right in front of me? Why would he even go there when we were still married? No, Matt and Karen aren't engaged, but they definitely plan to be husband and wife one day." The couple's Instagram followers were faked out back in February 2020 when Matt shared a photo of himself and his significant other. Well, it's official. The waiting is almost over. All the new episodes of #, we've been working on the past 6 months, will now air in just over a month. March 31st, 2020 is the date Little People Big World will return, we wrote. At first, a number of fans incorrectly assumed Matt was making an official announcement about his and Karen's engagement. "Well, that's coming downstream, I hope," Matt replied at the time. "We don't want to step on Amy and Chris's excitement, but you never know what might happen next. For now, Karen Chandler won, and I are living a very happy and our very best life together, enjoying our kids and my grandkids. A wonderful season of life, their relationship,